Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising, and it's the weekly reading for the week of November 18th to the 24th. This week, sorry, I've just been doing end of year readings. This week, Libra, we have for you the Don't Dim to Fit an Oracle card. We have the Eight of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, Death Energy, Four of Wands, the Magician, and the Fool. So not subtle energies at all here, Libra. You know, we've got half the spread of Major Arcana, and powerful Major Arcana at that. So it's likely that this is a significant event for you, that you probably already know it's unfolding, and you know, that it's linked to the big themes in your life, you know, karmic contracts, that kind of thing. I mean, we see an ending and a beginning happening here. So let's just kick off by reading out your oracle card. Libra, don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Don't dim your light to accommodate someone else's smallness. We are all born to shine big and bright. The universe is expanding and you're part of the universe, so expanding is part of your nature. If someone makes you want to retract, notice and slowly back away, they are not for you and you are not for them. Better yet, find it within yourself to expand and shine your light anyway. Flowers don't open and close according to who is walking by. They open and show their beauty regardless. Yeah, so look, some of you may have found yourself in a situation in the recent past, Libra, that has been keeping you small. You know, somebody may have been intentionally keeping you small, or maybe it's just a situation that because it doesn't align with who you truly are, that it makes you feel contracted, like this guy here in the Four of Pentacles. And you know, feeling small is awful, because when we start to contract our energy, we close ourselves, and that's when, you know, we can't invite in these beautiful energies that are waiting to come in for you. So you can see that in this reading, you know, that Death card is going to be the bridge between this kind of energy and the beautiful, sunny, transformative energies that we see coming in. So recent past here, guys, we have the Eight of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, so some of you have definitely been, you know, dimming your light. You potentially have been in a situation that has made you feel quite trapped. Some of you might be feeling a little bit stagnant. You know, we're about to wrap up that decade, guys. So it's time for you to release yourself from situations, people, jobs, relationships, whatever it might be, that are just not serving you anymore. And even though, you know, a situation might not be, let's say, you know, terrible or bad, as you might call it, or argumentative or anything like that, ask yourself, are you truly, you know, feeling emotionally abundant, happy, joyful? And if not, you know, maybe you do just need to release yourself from that situation, because being in that in-between position where you're not joyful but, you know, things aren't really bad is also stagnation, and that's also not a place to, you know, achieve your best life. And that's what I see when I look at both of these two cards here. So, you know, that Eight of Swords is somebody who is kind of playing along, you know, it's like an entrapment, but you're voluntarily staying there. So this person could, you know, walk out of the situation. There's a clear path, you know, that sword has been removed, but she is deciding to stay in that situation. And, you know, that could be because she has kind of been blindsided by the situation. You know, she's bound, she's blindfolded. And, you know, also these binds, when I see this card, I always think that they're over her psychic centers, the third eye, you know, almost the heart here, or you know, and the solar plexus and gut. And, you know, when we're in a situation for a period of time that we're just not happy in, sometimes slowly we actually close our energy centers, and then we can't, you know, access our intuition as much and really feel and think about what we truly deserve and desire for our life. That's what I'm seeing here. And, you know, the Eight of Swords can also link to that victim mentality, you know, the feeling bad about ourselves, the feeling small, all those kind of feelings that being in a situation that doesn't work for us can slowly, you know, creep in over time. And with that Four of Pentacles, you know, I know Pentacles is a suit of value and worth. For me, this is potentially that the situation that you were in has, you know, has affected your sense of self-worth, your self-value, maybe even your self-esteem. There's also the message there that you know, if you keep focusing and valuing the past, then you devalue your future. You know, dimming your light to fit into something is just not a sustainable long-term strategy. Yeah, so we just see a sense of contraction in these two cards, closing off of the energy, that kind of, you know, blind leading the blind, you know, excuse the saying, but it is that sort of closed off energy. But it's really time for that to be released now, Libra. I mean, look what we've got here in your current energies, Death and the Magician. So the energy is here this week for you to truly transform yourself and your life. You know, Death is the energy where you're being encouraged to clear your slate, to release what's no longer serving you, to release what's not aligned with your higher self and where you truly want to go in your life. You know, death is an inevitable part of life. You know, that birth and death and rebirth cycle is the only way to keep evolving in our life, unless, you know, we will just want to stay stuck and stagnant. There's nothing more sure in life than that cycle. So, you know, we really need to welcome this energy. It's not a sinister energy, it's the energy of transformation, because it promises us that this new dawn that's just there on the horizon is going to basically explode. And look at these beautiful sunny cards that we see following. But we have to go through that kind of slightly scary bit where we say, you know what, I'm in your hands, Death, clear my slate. And yeah, I'm a little bit scared of what may come or that space in between, but I know it's going to be better than this. So we need to be like the child who just welcomes death in, because the child hasn't probably been through the cycle too many times and hasn't experienced the, you know, some of the pain that even, you know, change or transformation can bring. This adult's like, oh no, not here. Here we go again. Oh no, you know, I've been through this enough, please. But you know, we have to keep that wheel spinning. You know, we have to keep evolving. This is the way we do it. And you know, if we can allow that to come in, that death energy, there is transformation on a grand scale that is ready to come in for you, Libra. And it's also about you stepping back strongly into your power as the creator of your own reality, the co-creator with the universe. I mean, if we look at these two energies side by side, these two characters, they're completely different. You know, the Magician is somebody who is powerful, has all their psychic centers open, who knows that they have all the tools within them to create exactly what they want for their life, that, you know, will turn into true abundance. And there's that message with the Magician, you know, as within, so without, as above, so as below, so above, as above, so below. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that basically our external world is a mirror of our internal world. So when we are, you know, manifesting for our life, we need to first get ourselves into a position on the inside, you know, where we're feeling good about ourselves, we're feeling happy, we're feeling joyful, we're feeling abundant, and then we start to attract those energies into our life. Like if we're in these kind of energies here, you know, scarcity, victim mentality, that kind of thing, we're only going to attract more of that to our lives. And that's why we need to let death clear the slate so we can move into Magician, powerful energy. And, you know, when we realize this, when we have this realization that we are the creator of our own reality, we unlock our infinite potential. Yeah, that's really beautiful energy. So great time to do those manifestations. Keep releasing what no longer serves you, because this is where we're heading. Four of Wands and the Fool. Yeah, so there is a strong new beginning ready to come in for you, Libra. I mean, this sun that's just sitting on the horizon in the Death card is ready to burst into this full energy. And it's divine guidance as well to lead you on this journey. So the Fool talks about taking that leap of faith, you know, after that slate's clear. Is there something new that you just feel compelled to jump into? New career, new relationship, moving homes. You know, the Fool invites you to trust the universe, to restore your hope and faith, and to take that leap, because it says the universe will catch you. It's about taking those first tentative steps, even though you don't know where the destination is truly leading. And yes, there will be mountains to scale along the way, but we're not worried about that yet. We just need to keep tuning into our intuition and making instinctual decisions on how to move forward on this path, taking just the necessary belongings and not the baggage from the past. Again, we see the Fool carrying that flower, the flower of alchemy that death carries. So it's like, the new seed, the new bloom that will grow into that abundant future that we see here in the Four of Wands. So this is potentially where you're heading, Libra. The Four of Wands talks about joy, harmony, stability, maybe even a relationship that can go the distance and turn into marriage and happy home, that kind of thing, or just celebrating life, restoring joy and happiness back into your life. They've got the 11-11 formation here too, so it can mean that you are realigning yourself with universal synchronicity again after a period of maybe being a bit cut off from those energies or being closed down so you couldn't see the synchronicities that were potentially surrounding you anyway. These four wands are like the four sides of a square. They indicate solidity, stability, moving into a place in your life where you have solidity but without stagnation. You have solidity but with abundance, joy and happiness and harmony, and where you truly want to be in your life. So that is your message, Libra. So it's all about not dimming to fit in. If you're in a situation like that, it's time to release it. It's time for transformation this week. It's time to clear the slate so we can call in this brand new beginning that can go the distance and turn into a joyful, solid future. Okay, Libra, just keep in mind this was a general reading. It won't be for every one of you guys. I would love it if you want to share how this is unfolding for you. You can leave me a comment. I hope it's a great week, and I'll be back with you for another reading next week.